I'm going to demonstrate how we can create a vertical bar chart with our survey data. Our goal is to create a single chart that shows the responses to a single question. First, we want to make sure that we save our workbook, and I'm recommending that you save it as categorical.twbx. Save that in the right place. Then we're going to connect to our survey data, and we know that's a Microsoft Excel file. And here it is. We're going to open that up, and then we're going to select the response sheet from that Excel spreadsheet and just drag it. You notice there's a response ID, and across each column is represented by a question, and those values or responses to the question are represented in the rows. Let's go to sheet 1, and we're going to name this sheet vertical bar. To create a vertical bar, we want to drag the number of records to rows, and then we want to drag question 1 to columns. Take a look at the subcategories for question 1. It goes average, good, poor, very good. Here you notice that we should probably order these from poor to very good. To easily do this, we simply swap the axis, and we're able to simply drag poor to the first subcategory, average, good, and very good. You'll notice that there's not a very poor, and that's probably because no one responded very poor to this question. We go back and re-swap the axes. Now it's time to label our bars. We simply do this by dragging number of records to label. When we label our bars, we don't need the y-axis because this is duplicate information. To remove the y-axis completely, we're going to right-click and we're going to remove Show Header. We're going to do the same up top here for Q1. We're going to move this, and we're going to hide field names for labels. At this point, we can begin formatting our chart and graph by going to the Format menu, pick Workbook. I like to choose a font size of 12 or greater. Choose the font face that you like best. I like using a sans serif font like Avenir Next. And then I like to set the font size to be the same for all items in the workbook. You can also remove your grid lines by clicking on grid lines and changing them to off. Finally, what we can do is make this chart wider so then we can read each of the subcategories. We can highlight the max value in any graph by simply going to Measures, choosing Create Calculated Field. We'll call this one Max Value. And we can write an if-then-else statement that basically interrogates the number of records to see which one is the max, and then it will highlight that value. Otherwise, it will not highlight that value when we drag this measure or this new calculated field to color. So let's see how it works. We'll apply, we'll drag max value to color, and you'll notice that the one subcategory that's different, good, is highlighted. We can go ahead and change these colors by clicking on Colors, Edit Colors, and choosing colors that might make sense to you. So you might choose max value to be this color and no highlight to be, let's say, a very dark gray. And there we go.